Hello and welcome to Lights Camera Action. Hello, hello and welcome to Lights Camera Action. I'm just waiting. Right, I think I can go live on Amazon Live now. Right, so we are now going live on Amazon and my carousel has come through. First item is the Fovitech green screen. I'm going to have to learn how to run this. Okay, thank you for watching on YouTube. And we'll be live in a moment. I'm just waiting for going live on Amazon. So exciting moments. I need to know how to clear this. That would be a good idea. Welcome to this live broadcast on Amazon Live with Stephen, live from wonderful Wiltshire in England. Okay, so we do have captions on today if we need them. I've decided that I'm going to do captions on the Thursday broadcast, but we might just bring them in today. Thank you for watching on Amazon Live. And we know that we're live on YouTube and the Stream Elements bot is running over there. So if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching Amazon Live. Thank you. First item today, and it's actually behind me, is the Fovitech green screen. Now, I've been using green screen software for the last 4 years, and I've worked out how best to actually do it. And the three ingredients are camera, green screen, and lighting. There are software houses which will tell you that you can do green screening without a green screen. Well, you can. There's no way about that. But the problem is you get a line around your head, your hair can blow in the breeze, and you might not have all 10 fingers. But if you've got a green screen, then that's the best you can do. Now, the Fovitech green screen behind me is down in the carousel. It is on discount today. It is $77.95, which is a 22% discount. So you'll save 22%. Now, the question is, what can you do with the green screen? Well, the green screen allows you to do anything you want. I mean, basically, if I go down here and I go here, I can bring in a background. Okay, and that's it. We're now live from Salisbury Cathedral. And behind me, further down the way, is the room where the Magna Carta is kept, one of 6 copies made at the time, well, just around the time of King John. So it's nearly 1,000 years old. But the thing is that you can actually swap from one background to another just at the click of a button. And because you've got the green screen, everything just works perfectly. This is Queen Elizabeth Gardens in Salisbury. It's about half an hour from where we live. And the garden was created to celebrate the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. This is the Courts Garden, and I'll show you this photograph again later. But basically what I'm doing is I'm using the software to actually change the way I look on screen. Now, the software I'm using is XSplit VCam. And if you get the Logitech C920X camera, or any camera whose number finishes in X, so 920X, 922X, you get a free trial of this software. Now, basically, I'm going to show you exactly how this software works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share screen. This is how background removal works. So let's share screen and come over here, and I'm going to share a window, and that's the window I'm going to share. Okay, and if I switch my camera off, okay, so my camera is off, and I'm going to go over here. Hopefully this will work. I'm going to bring this on screen. Okay. So my camera is off. I'm just waiting for a moment and we're refreshed. Now, this is the software that I'm actually using to get this green screen working. Let's start off at the beginning. If I go up here, then to the top, this is me normally. Okay, so this is the Fovitech green screen behind me. It's down in the carousel. And the first thing we do is to remove the background. Now it's easy for the software to do because I've got a green screen. So let's remove the background. Okay, and I get a warning and I'm okay with that. And now the background is gone. So the original background has been removed. And I can put another background in its place. And all I'm doing is I'm selecting images from 100 different images I've got down the right hand side of the software, and I just click the image and that's it. It's changed. And because I've got the green screen, it's changing the whole screen, not just part of it. Just remember, if we go back to the original, look at the edge. It's covering that edge automatically. So come back down again, and just to say that I am 93 miles away from London, okay, and from that bridge. In a wonderful part of the country called Wiltshire. And I can travel anywhere in the world just by selecting an image. And it works so well. I mean, I've been using this software and the green screen for the last 4 years. And it just keeps getting better and better. I mean, basically, you want to be able to show your hand on screen, okay, or even get daring, both hands on screen. And you'll notice that there is no tearing in the background. And when I say tearing, I mean the picture stays intact. I could use this if I wanted to talk about France. Okay, could have the French flag in the background. This is one of my favorite backgrounds. Okay, and all of this is using the green screen that's down in the carousel. Now I've got, well, I live close to here. Okay, I live close to Stonehenge. We're about half an hour away. We managed to get there 4 or 5 times a year. And I think we might be going there for my birthday, which is next month. Right, the next picture is here. But basically, you can actually be anywhere in the world just by selecting the right picture. And hopefully this next bit will work. Just let me come down here. You can use a picture. Now you can use your own picture, any photograph that you've taken, or you can use a photograph from Unsplash, and I'll put that on screen in a moment, unsplash.com. Or you can use a video. Now this is a video that's actually stored on YouTube. Now it's going to take a second to load, so we've got to wait for it to load. But now I'm actually broadcasting live against a video background. And I just think that it allows you to up your game and to tell stories. Simple and straightforward to do. So that's the software. Backgrounds, we can get an image from a hard drive. We can use a YouTube video. We can have a web page as a background, or we can get one from Unsplash. Okay, so those are the places that we can get them from. And the software is just simple to use. Basically, you first of all calibrate the camera, set it up at its best for the lighting that you're actually using, and then you can use the software in any broadcast. And if I stop sharing now and come back to me, okay, that's it. That's exactly how the software works. And because I've got the green screen, then all the images that I've been using, which are a mixture of my own and those from Unsplash, I can just bring into the background. And the thing about this is you're actually telling a story. You're illustrating a story. And with the best will in the world, if I was on screen and I looked like this, just a minute, then this is not the ideal look for actually presenting. What you want to be able to do is to zoom in once, twice, and go to 78 degrees, and then bring in the background. Okay, so just a reminder, first thing we do is to remove the background. Okay, and I'll be back in a second. I'm not gone far, but I will be back. So having removed the background, we can then put another background in its place. And let's see how this one looks. Okay, so this is a background that I actually made earlier. The video I've put up on YouTube, and I can bring it in and I can play it at any time. And this is my sampler of backgrounds, and the background is going to change as I'm actually talking. And I recorded this with my own voice, actually driving the graphics. And you can, the only limit once you've got a green screen is your own imagination. Now, if you've got any questions about green screening, then please do ask. Yeah, because I'm here to help. As I say, I've been doing this green screening now for the last 4 years. And if you've any questions about green screens, but the best green screen I've found is the one that's down in the carousel at the moment, which is the Fovitech 5 foot by 6'5" by 6.5 feet, $77.95. It is 22% off today. So if you click link in the carousel, you can save 22%, which is a reasonable saving. I mean, it is less than I paid for it, but green screens work well. If you were on a Zoom call or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, and you had a green screen with the green screen software, then you can actually make an impression. Imagine turning up like this on a Zoom call. Yeah, anything is possible. Now, as far as videos are concerned, I've got a video playing in the background which I made, but you could have videos from YouTube. And if it's a public video and you go to YouTube, you can copy the link, bring it into the background removal software, which is XSplit VCam, and you can play the video. Now, if it works, all good. If it doesn't work, then just go on to the next video. Yeah, because some people say, okay, you can watch my video, but you can only watch it on YouTube, which means that you can't actually transfer it and use it elsewhere. So as you can't change that, just go on and look for the next video. And there are plenty of videos on YouTube you can actually play as your background. Now, a note, all backgrounds play without any sound, okay, which is basically the way it is. There can't be any copyright problems then, because one of the things about live broadcasting is basically you do have problems with copyright if you try and play music which somebody else owns the copyright to. So because there's no soundtrack, there is no problem. And as I say, coming back to, if you just joined us, we're started off here, okay, and then we switched over to here. Okay, so I can take my brown background off at will, and I can present from wherever in the world I am. And let's just go here. So I can present from Salisbury Cathedral. I can present from a deer park. I can present from Bristol. Or I can even pretend that I'm actually in Rome. Yeah. So it gives you all sorts of possibilities. I could pretend I'm in Vegas. Okay, now all these pictures that I'm showing you are licensed to be used anywhere. Okay, now some images work better than others. Okay, this is close to where I live. And you can just have a plain background. Plain backgrounds work well. The darker, the better. So let's switch between those two. The darker, the better better it works. So we're going to go darker, and you can see that the definition is improving as I go darker and darker. And again, this is one of my favorites. Okay, so I'm just going to go down here again. I want to say thank you for actually watching me on Amazon Live today. I do enjoy being here. I enjoy pushing the boundaries as we are today. I'm broadcasting from my Belive studio, which means that I can do this. And I'm grateful for that. And it's so simple and straightforward to do. Let's try another video as we're, I know at some point during this presentation, my computer is going to start complaining, but let's just try this. Fingers crossed. If you've got your fingers crossed, this may well work. It might take a while to load. There we are. So you can jazz up your presentations. And basically, when you're on a Zoom call, you want people to watch you. And if you've got a moving background, which is, in want of a better word, is mesmerizing, then you're going to get more people actually watching you and concentrating on you. And this is brilliant, just to mix up a live broadcast. I mean, I wouldn't use green screen software throughout an entire broadcast, but as part of a broadcast, just to make a point, tell a story. Backgrounds are great for telling stories. If I want to tell you a story about Stonehenge, I can have a picture of Stonehenge in the background. If I want to tell you a story about Tower Bridge, I can have a picture of Tower Bridge in the background. And it just simply works. Yeah. Now, the other thing that's important in getting it right, let's just go. I want to go back for a minute. No, I'll go back later. I've got a green screen behind me. It's the Fovitech green screen that's down in the carousel. The next thing that's important in terms of green screen is lighting. And if you don't get the lighting right, then it just simply doesn't work. Now, I'm going to try an experiment. Okay. I'm going to switch the lights off. So just give me a second. I'm going to switch one light off. Okay. And I'm going to switch off another light. Okay. Now, the end result is that this does not look good. Okay. I have no lights on at all at the moment. You do need good lighting in order for a green screen to be at its best. Now, I've got a comment coming in, which I'll take in a minute. In order for a green screen to be at its best, you do need, and I'll get back to normal in a second, you do need to have lighting. Okay, so it should settle down in a minute. I shouldn't have moved. Okay, so lighting is important. Now, I'm using Logitech Litra Glow light. You can see the problem with background removal. If you're trying to use background removal and demonstrate product, you can't unless you put the product directly in front of you. Okay, because what happens as soon as I move that light, it will get lost in the background. It needs to be up against something solid for you to see it. So that means that when I'm presenting product, I need to do this. And I'm hoping this will work. And I'm hoping that I come back intact. Okay, so I'm going to say to the software, just a minute, we'll get there. Come back to me. Now there's no problem now. Now I can show the light. There is no problem. Let me just go over here and the comments are not coming in today. Just a minute. What's going on? I've nothing. Okay. Right, I'll take that. I'm going to have to read the comment on the screen. So let's read the comment on the screen. So say hello to Jason. Hi, Stephen. You're frozen on the screen. I can hear you, though. I refreshed the page and also checked another live stream, and they're not frozen. Not sure if it's you. Okay. Hopefully, I'm not frozen now. Just a minute. Let's go over to Amazon. Okay, if I'm frozen, then this is no good at all. Doesn't work well. You can still hear me, but you can't actually see me. I'm just going over to, I'm going to close, Just give me a second. I'm going to bring another camera in. Bear with me a moment. And plan B. Oh, all right. Okay. I'm going to bring in the Nexigo. Okay. I'm waiting for that to come through. I'm going to switch the microphone off. Okay. And just a minute. I'm going to put this camera full screen. Okay. So if I just reverse this picture, just a minute, we'll get there. We will get there. Thank you, Jason. Anyway, if I go here and I stop the camera mirroring. Okay, we should be okay now. I should be back and back live. And Jason is saying, you're live now and moving. Thank you, Jason. Okay, because I'm still waiting for the screen to show. Okay, so that was an adventure in green screen software. And as always, if I take that out of the way and remove Okay, and I need to start the software. Just a minute. That's not a very entertaining view. Just give me a second. I'll go here and go here. And that's not the view I want you to have. Just give me a second. I will get this sorted. I'm just waiting for some software to load. And then we should be back in business. If the software loads. Of course, the software might not load. Where will we be if the software doesn't load? That's the question. I'm going to try and load the software. Oh, I've got it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. Okay, and I'm going to hide the photograph for a moment. And if I go here and to the desktop, that's it. Okay, and I just need to do one more thing and then we'll be up to speed. And that is this. Right, only on the Friday shows do I actually do this. Just a second. Just let me refresh. For getting all the faults out of the way, then should do it at the same time. And hopefully Jason's comment saying sound is working. Thank you, Jason. Okay, so if I go here, I'm going to stop the screen share. Okay, which should bring us back and we'll go side by side. Then I'm going to do a screen share again. I appreciate I'm hiding, so don't worry about this. We'll get going in a minute. I want to do a screen share and go here, share, and if I come back into my studio, hopefully this, I seem to have gone, right, let's go side by side. Okay, thanks for thinking with what else could go wrong? I'm just waiting to see if this works. Just a minute. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. I'm just possibly, just a minute. Oh dear, I'm waiting for this to come back. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to close that tab and hopefully I'm going to come back on screen in a minute. I'm back on screen. I'm going to hide that. Oh, good. Right. I'm going to say experimenting is over now. Oh, okay. We've recovered. Everything is now working. I've closed everything else down. And the only thing you've got is me on screen. I'm going to do some practicing over the weekend. On yesterday's broadcast, I had a captioning system, which was brilliant, live captioning. But because of everything else I've been doing today, I think it's best now, probably, to calm down a bit. Yeah. I'm just grateful to Jason for being here, because otherwise it could have been fun. Okay, so let's go here. I'll go off solo. I'll just go over to here for a moment. Okay, so this is my desktop. And if I go and just change this, I'm going to go here, back to my favorite camera. And in 3, 2, 1, hopefully. Yeah, in 3, 2, 1. Right, we're now back on my favorite camera. I just need to make an adjustment. And the adjustment is this. Okay, all is good. I'm now back on my favorite camera. Thank you for everybody who stayed with me whilst all that was going on. But the thing is about when you actually demonstrate green screen removal, it does take up memory, and you've got to watch that it doesn't take up too much memory. That's what happened there. I meant to had to ditch the camera, and I ditched the camera that had the microphone. That's what happened there. That's why the sound went. So memory problems, my memory, computer memory, who knows? But we're all back together now. Everything's working. So we've talked about the Foytech and we've talked about the Logitech Litra Glow Light, and we're going to talk about the camera that you're watching now. Calm down a bit. This is the Logitech Brio webcam, which you're looking at now. It's $167.96 today. I've had this webcam since October 2019. I've not had a single problem with it at all. So let's pretend. Okay. Welcome to the broadcast with Stephen Healey, live from England. The broadcast is Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen Healey. So this is as if we'd never done the last 31 minutes. Okay. We're just getting up to speed again. Right. Okay. I do want to say a big thank you for watching and staying. Okay. So we're talking about Logitech Brio webcam. It's a 4K webcam, which means it's got a 4K lens, which means that the 1080 and 720 benefit from having a 4K lens. Because it's a 4K lens, you get a better picture. That's what it's all about. More pixels, 720, 1080, 4K is increase the number of pixels that's being transmitted over the internet in moving pictures. And 4K is the best we as consumers can do. I've heard rumors of 5K, but 4K. But as soon as you take this camera out of the box, you can add it to OBS, you can set your destination to YouTube, and you can broadcast in 4K to YouTube. You do need a 20 megabyte upload. Just saying, you need good internet for it to work. But you can broadcast live on YouTube and people can watch you in 4K, and you'll blow them away really, because not many people are doing it at the moment. And they can watch the replay in 4K, and everything that YouTube is giving us is totally free. Yeah? Now, the other thing about 4K, having a 4K camera, is that you can record content locally in 4K. Yeah? Use your favorite video capture software, be it Camtasia or Screencast-O-Matic, and you can record in 4K. And having recorded the video in 4K, it could be a how-to video, an instructional video, a commercial presentation, marketing. You can record marketing video in 4K. As sharp as it gets. 4K is as sharp as it gets. So marketing, you can do it out of the box. So it does have ultra 4K high definition video. It has a noise cancelling microphone. Now, reminder, you're actually watching the camera right now. Microphone, sound is important in a live broadcast. Microphone is important, but what you don't want is background noises, which is why you need noise cancellation. If you're looking for a webcam or a microphone, do look out for noise cancellation. Noise cancellation makes a heck of a difference. If you're on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or Twitch, and your dog walks in and starts barking, if you've got a noise cancelling microphone, nobody else will hear your dog. That's what it does. It cuts out all the background noise. It's got HD light auto correction, so it will, if the lighting in your room is bad, and remember I switched all the lights off a moment ago, then the camera will try to auto correct, so you'll still be able to see me. It's got a wide field of view. It has a 90-degree field of view, and this is a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone being used as a prop. 90 degrees is the top angle there, yeah? And then you can see in an arc around those 90 degrees. Okay, it is 4 times the resolution of a typical HD webcam. Most webcams are 1080. This is in fact 4K, which is 3840 by 2160, which is confusing. It's got the light adjustment is called right light. Okay, and it's got 3 presets. Now, what I'm going to do, whenever you buy a new camera, a new microphone, a new electronic widget, do download the software. Now, I went across to logitech.com and I downloaded a program called Logitech Capture. Logitech Capture control. Well, let's just think about this for a minute. When you buy a webcam, not just any webcam, obviously a Logitech webcam, when you buy a webcam like this one, okay, this is the C920X down in the carousel. Okay, when you buy a webcam, you mount it on top of your monitor, on top of your PC or Mac, but there are no controls on it. You can't control this camera from the camera itself. The only way you can change what this camera sees is by using software. So if you don't get the software, you've fixed one view is all you've got. If you get the software, you can do anything you like. If you get a camera with a remote control, you can do 10 presets. We'll look at that next. So there are no controls on a camera, which means you need the software. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share the software with you. And if I go here and go share screen, I'm just grateful for Jason. Jason, thank you. Okay, I'm going to bring the software full screen here. So let's just, yeah, I got it. Okay, so this is software called Logitech Capture. And basically what Logitech Capture does, if I take it off full screen, and I'm going to hide my second camera. Okay, and I'm going to go picture in picture. I'm going to take that off. And basically, I am going to shrink. Just a minute, I need to shrink. I mean literally, I am going to shrink. Okay, so now I've shrunk. Okay, so this is the software that's on my desktop that I'm using to control. I can, using the software, I can go left, I can go right, and obviously I can go back again. I can go down, I can go up. And I can adjust this until I get the picture that I'm actually looking for. And I want to just take that right-hand side of the camera over there. Right, now, because I've done that, you don't know that the green screen doesn't cover the whole of the back wall. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here. And so I'm using the software I've just shown you. I'm using the software I've just shown you. I'm going to use the software to show you what I actually look like. Just a minute. I'm back again. We've got gremlins today. We have got gremlins. What the software can do is this. I said no controls on the camera, so you need the software. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out once, zoom out twice, and go to 90 degrees. This is what the camera sees if you don't get the software. This is it. The camera can see everything that you can see. Now, it's okay, you've got the bookshelf on that side, you've got the all-in-one PC on that side, you've got the Greek chess set down there. That case, by the way, is brilliant for iPhone 12s and iPhone 13s. It's down in the carousel. If you're looking for a case which goes onto your belt, yeah, one-piece leather, high quality, and takes the larger phones like the Samsung Galaxy S21, S22, and the iPhone 12 and 13. But I digress. So you need the software, and it's the software that is allowing me. He said, my studio is not working. I might come back again. Just a minute. I've now got a delay in my studio. So what I'm going to do on the software is I'm going to zoom in once. Yeah. You see that line there increasing. I'm going to zoom in twice. Yeah. The line's going up again. And I'm going to go to 78 degrees. Okay. And now I'm on screen as I want to be. Yeah. This is how I want to look when I'm presenting. I don't want you to see the whole of my office. It's distracting. So the software, which is called Logitech Capture, allows you to take control of your camera. Now, other manufacturers, HubSpot, Nexigo, all have their own software. Do download the software. You bought the hardware. The software is free, but they want you to have the latest version. So you go to the website, you type in the model of your camera and then software. So Logitech Brio software, and you'll find the software, download it, install it on your PC. It recognizes your camera straight away. And then you can take control and you can change the way you look on camera. I mean, you can. I mean, everything else has happened today. Let's go here. You can, if you want, apologies for this. You can, if you want, go bright red. This is not the best look in the world, but you can adjust the color intensity. You can go sepia if you want, or you can come back. Hopefully, whenever I do this, I think, is it going to come back or not? I think we've cracked it today. We're actually getting back to 50%. You can decrease the brightness or you can increase the brightness. Yeah. So the point I'm making here is if you get the software, you're in total control of how you look on camera. On a Zoom call, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch, you are in the box seat. You're driving. Yeah. Okay. So that's Logitech Brio camera. Now, the next camera I'm going to show you is the Nexigo. So just give me a second. I need to change something. So this is my desktop. This is a Stream Deck, which we're going to be looking at in 5 minutes' time. There's the leather case I was talking about earlier. This is a Loom Cube stand, and that tiny camera there is an HubSpot. So we're now going to look at the Nexigo camera, which means that I need to switch over to the Nexigo camera. Let's go here. I'm going to have fun when I actually watch the replay of this. But I do thank you for your patience, and I thank you for actually watching live. I'm going to come on screen now. Okay, I'm back on screen, and this time I am back on screen. Just checking. I'm back on screen with the Nexigo camera. Okay, so you're now looking, and I'm looking at the Nexigo. Thing is, I've got 3 cameras on top of the monitor, and I've got to work out which one to look at, because there's a trick. There's a trick to live broadcasting effectively. Yeah. First of all, always have headroom. Second, try to be in the middle of the screen. Third, look at the camera. And it's looking at the camera that makes all the difference in the world, especially on a Zoom call. If you're looking at the screen, you're looking down. If you're looking into the lens, then I'm looking straight at you now. Okay. If you've been enjoying today's broadcast, then please do follow. And thank you for the follow which came earlier today. The follow that came from Dell. I think it could have been the comedic side of what happened today. And I do need to do a test later to sort something out which is not working. Okay. That said, you're actually watching the Nexigo now. Now, Nexigo are an American company. That's the first thing. Nexigo are based just outside Seattle. And if I go here, we are talking about, and you're watching the Nexigo N970p 4K webcam. 4K. 4 times, well, it's a 4K webcam. And it's a conference camera. It is a web conference camera. And the thing about it is that if I'm going to do this, because if something's got to go perfectly right today, if I go like this, oh, I found something. Oh, okay. I was looking for this earlier. Okay, so I'm here. The thing about the Nexigo is that it's a conference camera and it has a remote control. Now, with the remote control, I can switch from looking at one side to the other side, or I can go like this full screen. And it's all done. Yeah, I do have legs. It's all done with the remote control. And the remote control is supplied with the camera. It takes two AAA batteries, and then you can zoom in. Okay, you can go up. Let's go back here. So I'm going to zoom in now. I can zoom in slowly. I mean, I love the fact that I am in control of the camera. I'm nowhere near my computer. Yeah. I'm away from the keyboard and I can control this camera and use the presets. The other thing I can do is I can just keep on, depending on the angle the camera's at, if I go like that, well, that's not bad. I can carry on just zooming in. Yeah. Now remember, you've got to have headroom, so don't go too far. Yeah. Then I can go to the left and right. I can go up and down. So this remote control has that, but it also has this. It's like a TV remote control. Yeah. So if I go like this, or more possibly like this, just a second. It's not let me down before. Okay. I've now got an on-screen menu. Yeah, just like you get on a television. And I can go down and I can change the exposure. Now, at the moment, it's automatic exposure. If I switch that off, I'll go darker and I am in control. So I could set this up as I wanted. If I go to the menu again and come down again, I can change the color. Now, at the moment, it's automatic. If I go like that, it becomes manual. And you can see why they have the automatic mode, because I now need to adjust the colors to suit me. Otherwise, I could just go automatic. Probably the best bet. Now, this next bit should be interesting. If I go back again, go to the menu, I can come down to image. I can change the brightness. I can change the contrast. I can change the sharpness. I can flip. So I'm the other way around. I can flip back again. This is going to be scary. My apologies for this. I don't know what's going to happen now. Honestly, I'm now upside down. I don't really want to be upside down, but you can go upside down if you want. The point about this is that using this remote control, you can control every aspect of the camera. Now, the camera itself is, as I say, Nexigo based just outside Seattle. It is a 4K camera, so you can broadcast in 4K to YouTube using OBS. It is basically, it's got the lens. The reason I got this camera, this webcam, is it's the best, clearest picture I've seen on a webcam. It simply is the best, clearest picture I've seen on a webcam because of the 4K lens, because of the Sony sensor that's built in. It is also the ideal conference camera. If you put this camera on, let's come a bit closer. Let's go. That's better. Okay. If you put this camera on a tripod on a conference table, you have the ability, it works with one person. If there are 3 people at a conference table, it will take a wider view. If there are 5 people at a conference table, it will go wider still. So it's perfect for a conference camera because you've got a microphone, one microphone, and a camera which will automatically expand its field of view to take in everybody sat at the conference table. So you could then broadcast on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch with a group of 5 or 6 people. And this camera can take care of that. Also, obviously, it's also great at solo broadcasting. It's got built-in twin microphones. It does have the noise cancellation we talked about earlier. I think let's check if I missed anything. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back here. Okay, and I'm going to sit down. And when I sit down, I'm going to press the button and we're back to me. And this is the one of the important parts. So we're talking about the Nexigo. It's down the carousel. Today, the Nexigo is 179.99, which is a 5% discount. So 5% discount, click the link in the carousel and then decide to buy. It has an onboard flash memory, and all the presets that I've just shown you, like this one, are actually recorded in the camera itself. This means that you can actually take this camera from your computer to somebody else's computer and it will still work perfectly. Yeah, your settings go with you. So you can take the Nexigo N970p anywhere, your remote control will still work, everything still works. Because it's also got, we mentioned earlier, AI-powered auto framing, 1, 3 or 5 people, the adjustable field of view, it's got the Sony sensor, which makes a difference. It's got dual noise cancelling microphones. It works, and it's certified for Zoom, but it works with Microsoft Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and Google. And if I go here, this is what makes it special. The N970p is built with a Sony CMOS sensor that features up to 3840 by 2160, ultra high definition at 30 frames per second. Whew! Basically, this is the best lens I've seen on a webcam. It's the best picture I've seen on a webcam. It just simply is. Yeah. And the fact that I can move, let's go this way. Let's get in the center of the screen. Okay. How's that for a different look? So you can actually change it whilst you're live. Okay, now the next pick, we've talked about it, saves all the settings to the camera so you can move the camera about. And face detection, it's got advanced face detection. So 1, 3 or 5 people on camera, it will make adjustments automatically. I've shown you the remote with 10 times digital zoom. It's got dual microphones. And the most important thing, Nexigo is the American-born brand built on the core values of innovation, and they are based just outside Seattle. And this camera was released on October 20th, 2021. So that's the Nexigo camera down in the carousel, $179.99 today, which is a good price. So I'm going to come back here, and we all get, I mean, I've got 4 webcams. We all get a favorite webcam. And when I'm presenting live, which I am now, just a minute, just waiting for something to happen. Oh, wait a minute. I know what's happened. No? Just a sec. I think the gremlins have gone. I love presenting on this camera, which is the Brio, which is down the carousel. I'm going to take mine now. If you're watching Stephen Healey live from England, and on the Friday show, anything can happen. Friday is the green screen show. I've shown you the green screen software that I've been using for the last 4 years. And I've just shown you the Nexigo camera. Right now, we're at the curious point in any Amazon Live broadcast. I started broadcasting 11 a.m. Eastern, and your audience fluctuates throughout the time that you're live. But I've noticed that on the hour, if you all go and have a coffee, I don't blame you. So I want to keep you interested. What can I talk about to keep you interested? I'm going to go for the Elgato Stream Deck, which is now down in the carousel, $149. As I say, there are a lot of broadcasters on Amazon Live, and we are a community. And I broadcast with other BitLives users. I'm broadcasting today to you using this. Okay, and I'm going to go here. I use BeLive, be.live, and that's why I can show you the images and the photographs and everything, and share my screen and do all sorts of fun stuff, and push the limits of live broadcasting on a live broadcast on Amazon Live. But I'm just showing you, hopefully, that no matter what happens on a live broadcast, just stick with it. Yeah. If anything goes wrong, just ride it and have a good friend like Jason to actually point you in the right direction. Okay, but three of my broadcasting friends, I'm going to mention Marco Novo, broadcasts on Amazon Live, Grant Saunders, broadcasts on Amazon Live, Efrain Lopez from Puerto Rico, broadcasts on Amazon Live, and they all use this device. And this device is a Stream Deck. Okay, let's just make sure I've not missed a comment. I think we're okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. No comments. This is the Stream Deck. So you can judge the size of it. Okay, and it basically the way that it's fit together, I'm not going to bring it apart, but it is in two parts, and you just put the front in right. It just goes together like that. Now there are various versions. This is the 15 key version. So this has got 15 keys on the front. Each of those keys is an action button. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how this works, because they said to me, get a Stream Deck, get a Stream Deck. So I did, and I love it now. That's why I'm showing it to you. It is a time saver, and anything that saves time saves money. This is the time saver of all time. It's called a Stream Deck. It's from Elgato. I'm going to show you how it works, because if I share my screen, okay, I'm going to go here and here, and I'm going to bring this on screen. Just a second. Okay. You can see, I'll be back on camera. I'm on my way. You can see that these Stream Deck here looks like the software there, and it's intuitive. Okay. Now, when I go live, let's do this. I go to my Be Live section and I load my studio. Now, what I've done is I've said title is Be Live, and the URL to open the Chrome tab is that. That opens my studio. This one is Amazon, and this opens my Amazon page. I talk about Fitbits a lot. This one has the URL for Fitbit.com. And on Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern, Nick and I will be live with the Trivia Plaza movie quiz, and that's the link to the quiz. Now, if I click the Be Live button, it loads my studio. If I click the Amazon button, it loads my broadcast on Amazon. If I click the Fitbit button, it loads my Fitbit dashboard. And if I click Trivia Plaza, so there we have it. I've typed in the title and I've given it the URL. That's all I need to do. All I did was to say it was going to be a website. Now, if I go back up now, okay, the next thing I need to do is to load the software for the cameras. So I've got the Nexigo, the OBSBot software there, sorry, OBSBot, and I've typed in the word OBSBot, and then I've linked it to load the software from my desktop. Now, basically, it works the same way on Mac. Basically, what you're actually doing is telling the system where the software lies. Okay, so we've got, and I can then load the software for my Logitech cameras, for my Nexigo cameras. I can load Logitech G Hub, and all I've done is basically typed in the title and then told it where the exe file, the program file, is on my hard drive. So what we have, I'll come the other way around for a minute. What we have is a combination of keys which go to a browser tab and open a website, and keys which load a program from your desktop. Okay, so that's two ways it works straight away. Now, what I've done as far as that's concerned, okay, is you can have as many pages as you want. Let's go to a new page, and I'm going to go here, and these are all my AppSumo deals. I like buying software. I like buying AppSumo deals. These are all the deals I've ever bought in AppSumo. And if I click the button, go here, yeah, like SendFox, brilliant email software. I typed in SendFox and I gave it a link to the dashboard. Okay, so all my software is in there. Now I went a stage further than that, and if I go here, these are all the Facebook groups which are important to me, and I've told it Believers is important to me, so I've given it the URL. Obviously the Amazon groups are important to me, so all the groups that I go to a lot, frequent in other words, are actually on there. Now what this means is that when I start broadcasting, I just click the button to load Be Live. I click 4 buttons to load the software. I click the 3 additional websites I need when I'm broadcasting live. That's it. So it's saving me time. Every time I go live, I'm live on Amazon Live, 11 a.m. Eastern every day. I just press the buttons and everything loads automatically. This is my memory. It's also automated what I do. I don't have to search for anything anymore. All my Facebook groups are here. All my favorite Facebook pages are here. All my favorite apps are here. All my favorites are stored in here. Now, 15 keys is enough for me at the moment, because if I go back up and go there, you can have folders or you can have pages. You can have as many pages as you need. So you can have as many setups as you need. Endless. And it saves money and it saves time. And it's not just for live broadcasting, amazing. But if you use a lot of Chrome tabs, or you use a lot of applications on your desktop on a regular basis, daily basis, and you want to get to them quickly, this is it. So if you're a designer, if you're an accountant, whatever you do, whatever your professional trade is, Stream Deck can streamline the way you work. That's a good tagline, isn't it? Okay. Stream Deck can streamline the way that you work. Okay. Right. So that's the Stream Deck. It's changed my life. I got literally, this is it's changed the way that I work. It's made it so easy. And that's why I'm recommending it to you now, because it works out the box and it's so intuitive and it's so easy to learn. And once you've got one, you would never, ever be without one again. Okay. You're watching Stephen Healey live on Amazon Live. I want to say a big thank you for actually joining me today. Now, the next camera we're going to look at, I'm just looking for something that has a discount involved. I found it. Okay. Down in the carousel now is the Obspot Tiny, which is $149, which is 25% discount. Okay. Now, if I go here, and go here, this is the Obspot Tiny. What you have is you've got a lens on top mounted on a 2-axis gimbal, and then you've got the body of the camera. What we're going to do is we're going to switch to this camera. I've got 2 Obspots. Okay. This is the first one I bought, which is the Obspot Tiny, which is down in the carousel now. It's a 25% discount. I can see a comment that's coming. Juliana, hey, the British man is back. I've never go away, Juliana. I live on Amazon Live. Thank you for joining. I'm basically, it's near, it's 5:08 in the UK, so we're heading towards the weekend. I'm closer to the weekend. Okay. Ready for a park run tomorrow. Every Saturday morning, we sort of go to Melksham, which is a town about 20 miles away, 9 o'clock in the morning, and 150 people get together to run 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. I'm looking forward to that because we've not been able to go running since the 31st December. So this will be our first run this year because of the weather. Okay, so this is the one that I'm going to use now. So I'm going to come back here, and what I'm going to do, And thank you for joining me, Ilana. And if I go here and I go here, just a minute, nearly got lost then. Let's go for the OBSBot Tiny camera. I'm just waiting for it to load. So we're just waiting for a camera. And in a second, I need to do something with the software. Remember, I loaded all this software using the Stream Deck, made life so easy. And I should be able to go 3, 2, 1. Okay. I'm coming into shot now. Now you're now looking at the OBSBot Tiny camera. Now, this is the first OBSBot I bought, and the thing that sort of drew me to it was the fact this is not your normal camera. This is a PTZ camera. Pan, tilt both ways, and zoom, because it's on a gimbal. It's on a 2-axis gimbal, and it can move. So unlike the Brio and the Nexigo, which are static, well, I'll show you. If I go here and go here, I'm going to switch this light off. Okay, there is the 4K OBSBot. That is Logitech Brio, and that is the Nexigo. Look at the size of that camera. It's 7 inches wide. Okay, but because for a very good engineering reason. But this is the OBSBot. And the thing is that these cameras are mounted on top of the monitor. The one that I'm using at the moment is actually mounted on a tripod. It's a Loom Cube tripod that's down the carousel, which is the most stylish tripod I've ever seen. But the thing that sets this apart is it's got 3 presets. So it can go to the monitor. Okay. It can go to my Microsoft Surface Book 2, and it can come back to me. So it's got 3 presets. So as director, I can go and cut to 3 different shots straight away. But the thing that makes this camera stand out is the fact that it's got AI tracking. And if you go like that, you can ask the camera to follow you. If you go like that, you can ask it to stop following you. If you go like that, then it won't do a thing, but it should zoom in. Okay, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press one button. And this, to me, is the magic of OBSBot. And there are 2 OBSBots down the carousel. There's the OBSBot that you're looking at now, which is the OBSBot Tiny, and the OBSBot 4K. Now, the thing about this is it's actually following me about. Okay, I'm going to move and now come back. If I go over here, the camera just follows me. It keeps me in the center of the screen and it makes sure I've got headroom. If I go over here, the camera follows me. Yeah. So the AI tracking is absolutely brilliant. Now, this means it's great as a conference camera because you can actually use the software to go from person to person. You've got one microphone, dual microphones, and it just does it does the job. It's the most useful camera because it's not just static. Like the cameras we saw a moment ago, they're actually just on the monitor. Yeah, this can move, and it can move with you, and it can follow and track you. It's got facial recognition. That's how it's working. Yeah, so it knows who I am. So it says, right, okay, if you move, I move. I mean, I'm nowhere near the computer for this to happen. I'm nowhere near the computer, and it's automatically tracking me as I move around. Now, one of the things is because I'm stood up, I do have an advantage. Now, hopefully, I'm going to go and I'm going to find something. Just a minute. Don't go anywhere. I know I've got it in the carousel somewhere. Anything can happen, though. I thought I put it around about there. I'm just scrolling through the carousel. Yeah, okay. Down in the carousel now are these. And these are going here. These are Aftershok's Aeropex headphones. And these are my favorite headphones. I use these every weekday, 11:30. I put my headphones on. I switch my Fitbit on. I connect these headphones. Just a minute. I switch the headphones on. I go to my mobile phone. I go to connections. Go to Bluetooth. And there, because I've just switched these on, my headphones are connected. So now I can play a podcast, or if I go here and here, yeah, I can load Amazon Music. And that's what I do. 11:30 every day. I load Amazon Music. I click the playlist. I press play. I don't know whether to admit this or not. I'm actually listening to the Monkeys. So it's that easy. And I just put the phone in my jacket pocket and I just go out walking, and I walk 5 or 6 miles. So these headphones are brilliant for outdoors. They're designed for walking, running, jogging, and cycling. I do the walking and jogging bit. I don't do the running or cycling. They're waterproof, IP67, which is a standard. And I mean, I live in England. It rains a lot, so I go out in the rain wearing these headphones. I've not had a single problem. How do they work? Well, first of all, you'll notice that they go over your ear. They do not go into your ear canal. Okay, they're over the ear, which means they're not going to irritate you, and they're not going to fall out because yeah. The speakers here vibrate, which causes your cheekbones to vibrate, which causes the sound to go to your inner ear. That's how it works. Totally safe. Patented technology by Aftershocks, and it simply works. And the quality of the sound is good. I mean, if I'm out and about listening to Steppenwolf or Bruce Springsteen, then clear as a bell. Controls on the headphones, okay, basically on and off. And when you switch it on, it tells you how much battery power you've got left. Volume up and down. Skip to next track. One button press, take a phone call. You can make a phone call with voice dial. I've tried both those. They both work because when I'm 10 minutes from home on my 5-mile walk, I ring Angelica and it just clear as a bell. The sound is so clear. And Angelica's rung me, so we know it works both ways. So these are my favorite headphones. They work up to 41 feet away from your phone. You can pair them with anything. They're brilliant outdoors. They're waterproof. Don't go swimming, but apart from swimming, you can do anything outdoors. They are Bluetooth. They are great quality, and they only weigh 28 grams. Now, the final thing. When I got these headphones, I was so excited. I put them on, paired them with the mobile phone, got the Rolling Stones playing, and I went into my partner, Angelica, and said, the immortal question, what am I listening to? And Angelica, who's 4 foot away, said, I don't know. I said, come closer. So Angelica came closer, and she had to get close to actually hear what I was playing. So the thing is, the final thing about these wonderful headphones is that the leakage is very low. In other words, people stood next to you cannot hear what you're listening to. So you're not annoying anybody. You can play these on the train, on the coach. No problem at all. Okay. Now, as I say, my favorite headphones, the other spot that you've been watching is my favorite camera because of what it can do. So flexible. So I'm going to sit back down now. Okay. And whilst we're doing that, you can take a look at the monitor. And as I say, the difference between the other spots and this camera is that camera is static. That camera is static. That's an obvious spot that can move. Okay, let's come back to me. Okay, and let's just check the comments again. Okay, we're all good, all clear, and everything's working, which is good. Right. Okay, so it's getting close to the weekend. I've got a park run, a 5K to do tomorrow. That's up early, and then with 150 other people going for a 5K run. Um, run, walk, jog. Right. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live today. I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern every single weekday on Amazon Live. I feel privileged to actually be here. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me. Take care. I wish you a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now. Take care. Thank you.